Hey, my name is Matt Michael. I'm Area Director for Young Life in Carroll County. I'm excited you're watching this video because I'm about to take you on a tour today of Carroll County that you're not going to want to miss. We'll visit some familiar places and then some places that you've probably never been before to share with you stories of how Young Life staff and volunteers have pushed through all the craziness that's happened in this world over the past 7+ months to share Jesus with high schoolers, middle schoolers, kids with special needs, and teen moms in Carroll County. And stick around for the end of the video because I've got a special question for you. Let's go. Contact work is what we call the time that leaders relationally invest in kids by being with them. And there's no agenda other than building relationships with the hope of speaking truth and love to them. And while the pandemic and all that's come with it, quarantines and social distancing and face masks, it's all certainly made contact work more of a challenge, our staff and leaders have done an incredible job innovating this vital work in the pursuit of kids. I'm standing in the bleachers here at South Carroll High School, and just like every night this fall, they're empty. No more Friday night football games or school plays or Chick-fil-A hangouts to be with kids. Instead, it's been rec league soccer, rec league field hockey, playing kickball in the park, taking mountain hikes, one-on-one coffee dates, and bringing ice cream to the park to further relationships we already have. We've also had to create our own opportunities to be with kids. Newcomb volleyball tournaments, outdoor movie nights, zombie manhunt nights, and bonfires. Lots and lots and lots of bonfires. It's no surprise, but we found this fall that kids are desperate for things to do. And the way that we've continued to pursue kids when so many others in their lives are not pursuing has allowed us to meet new kids and to build deeper relationships. We've also had to innovate in the way that we do Young Life Club. Last spring, it was all about Instagram Live and Zoom clubs, and our Capernaum leaders are continuing to lead some incredibly creative virtual clubs for our friends with special needs. But as things began to open up, we moved to having outdoor Young Life events. I'm standing now in front of the open air space where Westminster Area Young Life has club at Good Feelings Farm. And while things have certainly been different with mandatory temperature checks and face masks, Young Life Club this fall has still been the crazy, over-the-top party with a purpose that it's always been. Many of our Young Life clubs have innovated and spruced up those bonfires to make them into Young Life clubs, making s'mores or pizza mountain pies or root beer floats, having a fry night or circling up to play what Young Lifers affectionately call Death Hack, or getting creative with socially distanced competition at our all-area costume cornhole club just this past week. See, one thing we've learned this fall is that you don't need carefully crafted skits or perfectly played music or even a club room to have Young Life Club. All you need is something fun that will bring kids together and a leader who's earned the right to open the scriptures and share with kids about Jesus' perfect love for them. Whether that is around a bonfire or next to a volleyball court or in a converted garage. The place where I'm standing truly is hallowed ground because it's a place where every Wednesday one of our Young Life leaders courageously stands in front of kids and tells them about that perfect love that Jesus has for them. The place where I'm standing now, this farm, it's a wedding venue, and I can't help but wonder if one day some of them might come back to get married here because this was the place where they first heard about God's unconditional love for them. Obviously, Young Life camping is something that looked completely different for us this past summer, and we had a lot of camping firsts. We held our first ever Young Lives virtual day camp. Coordinator Susan Lamb and her volunteers put together these incredible goodie bags filled with snacks and activities for the kids, devotional for mom, a storybook Bible. And then we also held our first ever Capernaum virtual camp. And that was 3 nights of themed games and mixers and dance parties on Zoom, and each night ending with a chance for leaders to gather with kids after a club talk about Jesus to discuss the message with them. For Young Life, we took over 60 kids and leaders out to Western Maryland for 60 hours of adventure. The summer getaway was so much fun: tent camping, whitewater rafting, paintballing, and more. But the best part was the way that roughing it together led to deep and intimate conversations. You know, there's just something about damp sleeping bags and cooking your breakfast over the morning fire that forces relationships and conversations deeper. And next month, we're excited to bring middle school and high school kids to our Day at the Ranch right here at River Valley Ranch in Carroll County. It's going to be a jam-packed day of outdoor adventure and all area clubs. We opened registration less than a week ago. Our goal is 120 kids and leaders between the two trips, and we already have over 50 registered. Why? Because of the adventure that it awaits them and the honest conversations that they'll have. The pandemic has pushed us to go deeper with kids through campaigners and discipleship. As a whole, our campaigner groups have continued to be able to meet. Capernaum Campaigners has been on Zoom since March, and our Young Lives one-on-one mentoring resumed a few months ago. Our Young Life campaigner groups have been meeting outside on patios, in park pavilions, and yes, around bonfires like the one where I'm standing here in the Felkner's backyard, where FSK girls gather on Saturday morning to open the scriptures together. One thing we've been able to continue to do for months is to meet in small groups, and that's been such a blessing because small groups lead to deeper conversation, and deeper conversation leads to life change that lasts. So we've made discipleship a priority on our leadership teams, and right now we have more discipleship small groups meeting throughout the county than at any time in recent history. Speaking of history, I'm here at the home of Joe and Karen Belenko in Sykesville. This place has been and continues to be the host of so many Young Life clubs and leadership gatherings and discipleship meetings over the years since the Belenkos built it 15 years ago. Young Life in Carroll County is celebrating 50 years this fall, and we need your help to continue that mission for another 50 years. We've got some big goals and dreams for that mission, including hiring a part-time Capernaum coordinator and a full-time staff associate to help us to grow our ministry wider and deeper with Carroll County kids. So here's the question. Will you join us? Will you partner with us? See, when you give to Young Life, it's more than just keeping the ministry alive, but instead you're partnering with us. You get to be a part of that mission of helping kids to hear and to learn and to know Jesus, and then for them to grow in their faith. So please fill out the pledge card below. And also make sure you check out the rest of the site. There's information, there's student testimonies, and there's also great stuff about how you can give, how you can get more involved, and information about our fall celebration in 2021. Hey, I just want to say on behalf of leaders and kids throughout all of Carroll County, thank you so much. Thank you in advance for partnering with us. I hope that, like me, you're excited to hear the impact of Young Life in Carroll County the past 50 years, and you're thrilled about the future of this great mission. I'll see you at the next bonfire.